Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wand Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that feels very drawn. They feel like there's a magnetic pull between the two of you. So I do feel like there's been some cycles between the two of you. This could be a twin flame reading, but there is a sense that there is like emotional distance between the two of you or some sort of problem between the two of you because the You Let Me Down card is here, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Happy Friday. How you doing? Hello there, Jess. Hello, Key Controller. What's that, Peggy? I hope you're all having a good day. Prayers to anybody that's been impacted by the storms recently. And of course, further away from me, wars. I'm hoping everyone can have some more peace than we've experienced recently now that we've got some holidays ahead of us, right? All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Let's see what else we have going on. Oh, also, I think it was John. I'm still waiting for your questions. I would love to do your reading today if I can, but gotta get your questions. So send that to me if you can. Oh, hello, Shyla. How we doing? All right, we've got number 26, number 22, and number 3. This is the book which talks about wisdom or secrets. Number 22 is paths, which talks about making a decision, right? Which way do I want to go? And then number 3 is the ship. This talks about journey, travel, taking action. So it feels to me like we have somebody learning a lesson or feeling like they know what they need to do in a situation. So I do feel like this could be somebody knowing that what needs to happen is an in-person conversation. All right. We're going to go with the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we need to know about this? Seven of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is somebody basically saying, you know, when I would put my energy into this, when I would, pursue it, I didn't necessarily feel like I got anything back. If anything, when I've pursued this, it's almost always ended in some sort of instability or chaos. So the You Let Me Down makes a little bit more sense, right? We've got somebody who feels like, yes, there's a lot of chemistry here, but it feels a little bit like overwhelming to them. Like maybe I just wasn't ready for that kind of thing. Maybe I didn't know how to handle that kind of connection, right? But I'm comforted because we have this card for wisdom, right? There's a change in perspective. So we might see the Hanged Man in the reverse, or sorry, the Hanged Man. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. I think let me just get one more card. So I think this is good news. And I don't always like the 7 of Swords, but sometimes there's a need for it, right? 10 of Wands in the reverse. I feel like somebody is finishing up a project or finishing up a lesson. But with the 7 of Swords, it's like they don't want people to know what they're up to. So it's kind of like if somebody that normally isn't really big on cleaning up, maybe they're just kind of not, the type to always take out the garbage on time. If they all of a sudden are like tidying up, you might be like, what are you doing? Throwing a surprise party? You're going to have to explain yourself. Somebody's putting in work on something that other people are kind of like, what you doing over there? They don't want people to know what they're doing. So for some of you, this could be like, I went through a breakup, so now I'm going to the gym because I want to look real fly. For others of you, this is somebody that is working on their finances because they want to be able to afford a house or afford to visit somebody. I did technically say Hanged Man in the reverse first, but we do have somebody that has, I think, been a little bit frustrated by how their perception of a situation has caused delays or caused issues. It does feel like it took a second for somebody to let go of a perception that maybe they were taught to believe from a young age, or that maybe cynicism kind of supported. Hello there, Grant. How are you doing? Hello, Voyager. Hello, Naomi. How are you doing? I love all the heart emojis. Hello, Mark. You do too? I have a little baby Dr. Pepper today. Hello, Yoga. How are you doing? All right, what else do we have? Temperance in the reverse. So I feel like we've got people that have been separated from each other because somebody needed to figure out what they needed to let go of, kind of like organize their life, right? And that's part of why we had this decision, right? Do I want to keep living my life the way that I have, or am I willing to put in this energy, Eight of Pentacles, and time in order to move towards something that I really do want, right? So the issue we had was there was a little bit of back and forth in terms of how much time am I willing to actually, put into this, right? It was here all along. I don't think I used it. I don't know. It was either here on the table or it was back there. Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? So basically, the issue here was you let me down by not giving consistently. You let me down by not being there or by not being reliable. So this King of Swords is putting in effort or energy to demonstrate that they've learned a lesson. Clarify the Seven of Swords for me, please. Empress in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Honestly, it's maybe not that they're specifically trying to make sure that the person they feel a connection to doesn't know what's going on. I think they're trying to hide this from somebody else. So this could be, I'm working on myself, but I don't want my friends to know. I don't want my ex to know. I don't want my family to know. There's something here about like, I don't feel like that's their business, or I don't feel like they deserve that information. Because someone here has not so great intentions. Whoever this Empress in the reverse is, it could represent more than one person. It could be a community, right? This King of Swords is like, no, I'm not gonna let you know what my plans are. Probably because this Empress in the reverse has already shown a willingness to be dishonest or misrepresent things. We've got the Moon in the reverse. This is somebody who has caused problems for this King of Swords. They might have caused issues in terms of their ability to keep or find a job. They might have caused issues with friendships. I think it would be surprising if they didn't cause drama with friendships or family. But certainly I feel like this is somebody that would have been trying to cause issues with this connection. All right, this is the truth is. What else do we have? Unfulfilled, emotional or physical needs unmet. So keep in mind, this King of Swords could be the person who feels you let me down, or this could be the person who let someone down, right? But we definitely have somebody who's wondering, why do I still want to be with somebody when I haven't gotten the emotional or physical needs met that, you know, I would have expected? It feels like I was settling for kind of like an illusion, less than I deserve, because somebody here was not being honest. Somebody was hiding their emotions, or somebody was, you know, misleading me in terms of what their ultimate goal was. All right, this is the Santa Muerte. I can't get over it. This image always makes me laugh so much. Like, did they just like alter the picture, or is she actually wearing that nose? I need to know this. So we've got the Page of Swords, the Empress, the Ten of Wands, and the Devil in the reverse. So this is information about an Empress. Now this is somebody else, not the Empress in the reverse, right? This feels to me like somebody that may have helped the King of Swords realize this wisdom. So the Empress may have traveled a very similar path before and given some advice or some guidance, like, hey, I've dealt with people like that before. You want to know how I handled them? I walked away. Ten of Wands. Oh, you walked away? You just like ended it like that? Maybe I should try that. Devil in the reverse. It's looking to me like we have the King of Swords learning from this Empress. This Empress doesn't even have to be like a major part of this King of Swords life. I just feel like the Empress left a big impression. You know, sometimes you can have a conversation for 30 minutes with somebody in an airport and it's something that sticks with you, right? This is one of those encounters where I feel like the King of Swords has a pretty good memory of what this Empress actually said. Two of Swords in the reverse. King of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords in the reverse. I love that. Do you want to know why? Because it's clarifying the Five of Swords in the upright. Oh, you want to mess with me? Oh, that's cute. I think you underestimated me. I'm the King of Swords. King of Swords. Sorry. I added a little word in there. It's okay. We've got somebody who felt like they could mess with the money of the King of Swords. Whoever this Empress in the reverse is, could be an ex, could be an employer, could be family. But we have, I think, the pendulum swinging the other way. You might have initially gotten away with something. You might have initially thought that things were going to go in your favor. But even if this Empress was able to take anything that belonged to the King of Swords, King of Pentacles, it feels to me like the King of Pentacles has that replaced or restored if it's not given back, right? Hello there, Flora. How are you doing? Yep. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys, if I'm like extra squinty today, it's because I totally tried to powder my eyeballs, okay? Well, just the one really. So I'm like, whoops. All right. Two Wands in the reverse. The World and Eight of Wands. Ooh, I do love me that combo of the same, like the Two Wands and the Eight of Wands to me is the Ten of Wands, right? So even though we have somebody that took a little bit of a misstep, took the wrong path or took a detour, right? Maybe missed that detour sign. This person has course corrected. I'm seeing this World card as like GPS, like rerouting them, like, da, 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 da. Do you want to know why you feel so drawn to that person? Because you're supposed to be in that person's life. Do you want to know why you think about them at the weirdest moments, or why little confirmations happen for you, whether it's on radio stations or during movies? It's because the universe is saying this is where it's supposed to be, right here. So I do feel like there's an acceptance here. Like, okay, I respect this person. I might have distanced myself. I might have not been willing to be open and honest with them, right? Because you let them down. But at the end of the day, I have to be honest with myself. What I'd really like to do is communicate. So this person has walked away from the Empress in the reverse. For some of you, this is someone who is attracted to somebody while they were in a relationship. They didn't end that relationship when they had an opportunity, and that's what caused the letdown. For others of you, this is just somebody who is struggling to make time in their life for a relationship. Because we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, there could have been some financial issues that took top priority for this person, but it could also be that this is somebody who dealt with commitment issues, right? I don't want a wife. I don't want a husband. That sounds like work. And it could be both for some of you, right? Seven of Cups in the reverse. Santa Muerte. All right, so I like this because that book, Lenormand card that came out was talking about wisdom. This King of Pentacles has learned a lot in this walking away situation, or this I've got to work on myself, right? They lost something and learned from it and gained clarity around what they needed to change for themselves or what needed to end. Look, sometimes people do horrible things. They disappoint you, they betray you, they lie to you, and that's never cool. But hey, thank you for showing me who you really are so I can be on my way. I will always be thankful for that. Thank you for just being fully out there with your horribleness. All right, this is the Poe Tarot. Hello, Black Lamb. I missed saying hello to you the other day, I think. So I'm just going to say hello twice. Hello. Right back at you. Yes, it is. I shall. All right, what else do we have? So I don't read these in the reverse. I should have mentioned that first. Sorry, guys. 10 of Candles is the 10 of Wands. Seems to be a common theme today. And the 7 of Quills, which is the 7 of Swords, also came out today. Sorry, guys. I need some Dr. Pepper, okay? Oh, gosh, that's tasty. The 10 of Wands, or 10 of Candles, says, and I loved alone. Sorry. And all I loved alone. It's interesting because there is somebody consoling the Edgar Allan Poe character in this drawing, but you can't see their face. It's like they're not really there. So I do feel there's a sense of loneliness here. And it could be on both sides, right? The Empress and the King of Swords. But it feels to me like there's a sense that you can still feel that energy even if you haven't been around that person. The Seven of Quills or Seven of Swords says misery is manifold. So both of these people are missing the other one, right? We have the Star, which is number 17. When the light was extinguished, she covered me warm and she prayed to the angels to keep me from harm, to the Queen of the Angels to shield me from harm. I adore this card. This is probably my favorite card in this deck, which is difficult to commit to because this deck is beautiful. But there's something really special about this card because it is not just about somebody who is focused on their own healing or following their intuition. This is about somebody who is an intercessor or a person who prays on your behalf. So when I talk about somebody who feels the energy of their person, even when they are not there, this is probably about prayer. This is probably about manifestation. This is probably about sending protective energy to the person that you care about. So if this reading is resonating for you, your person has prayed for you. Hello there, Pharaoh. How are you doing? All right, we've got Page of Candles, which is the Page of Wands. If I can only get a good look at them, I can soon tell who they are. This is right underneath our Liar, Liar card. All right, King of Swords. I might have to call you out a little bit because you were being a little sneaky, a little tricky, right? Now, you might have been doing some sneaky stuff, Eight of Pentacles, because you were working on yourself and you didn't want some of these not so great friends to know. But you also might have been omitting things or hiding from this Empress, right? I feel like there's something here that caused a rift or caused an argument between the two of you to make this Empress view you as dishonest or as a liar. And they might have called you out to your face. They might have said, hey, I just don't feel like you're being honest, or you just kind of have this feeling they know when I'm like not being honest. So I have to be a little bit careful. What else do we have? Ace of Wands in the reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so we have a truthful communication or message. And it does look like we could have somebody that basically says, I feel like I messed up. I feel like I did let you down. And it's because I didn't feel comfortable communicating how I felt, or I am maybe just kind of naive when it comes to talking about things like how I feel or what I want. Look, it's not like we get taught this in school. At least I didn't. There are things we depend upon our parents and, other family members to teach us. And sometimes people just don't get those lessons, right? Or they get toxic ones instead. Like, I don't talk. I use the silent treatment. You better figure it out on your own. Nine of Pentacles, High Priestess in the reverse. So I do feel like this King of Swords has had to basically like walk away from a previous way of viewing the world. High Priestess in the reverse. Maybe they were pessimistic. Maybe they were overly anxious or distrusting. They might have taken some not so great advice or believed the worst of people. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, but they were left feeling like they had invested so much in this connection that it was difficult for them to actually walk away. They might have felt like it would have been easier, But Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, they keep finding that they are pulled back. They can't actually leave. They can't move on, basically. Hello there, Mountain Girl. I hope you try the rhubarb cake recipe. I'm telling you, it's delicious. I wasn't lying about being able to eat the entire pan. Like literally in a day, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we've got the Sun. This is about enlightenment, seeing things differently, realizing that a previous approach to communicating with this Empress was not successful because it was dishonest. What happens if I'm just myself? I mean, I don't really like to talk about the fact that there's nudity on any of these cards because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But I view this nudity on the Sun to be about somebody saying, okay, I'm going to show you who I really am with no attempt to hide or change who I am, right? Hello there, Michael. How you doing? Hello, Empress Celeste. How's your day? We've got Page of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this person's going to let you know that they stopped talking to you or they've had communication issues with you because they weren't sure if they were going to be able to consider like a committed relationship. And they didn't want to actually see this connection end. So if I can't offer you what I think you want, then I might have to kind of breadcrumb you. So Four of Cups in the reverse. I don't want this to actually end, but I don't know if I can give you what you want. So King of Swords in the reverse. I had to be dishonest with you. For some of you, this person could not offer a relationship because they were still trying to end a previous relationship. For others of you, this is just somebody that didn't really feel like they can do the exclusive thing. But now we have the King of Swords in the reverse being paired with the Devil in the reverse. I feel like this is introspection and accountability. Initially, I was unwilling to be honest with myself or unwilling to be honest with you about the nature of the situation or what I saw as, the likely future for us. But now I acknowledge maybe that was just me being fearful or not wanting to be honest about what I really wanted. So this is having a conversation with yourself, right? Saying, man, I think I just maybe freaked out. Oops. All right, what else do we have? This is the situations deck, by the way. Interlude, pause, timing factor. Intervention in the reverse, rescue, others involved, and gossip. So I do feel like this King of Swords was hoping that the Empress was going to initiate the conversation or was going to kind of try to salvage what was going on here. But I don't know that that was really the Empress's way of handling things. I feel like the Empress is this interlude energy. Like, okay, you don't want to talk? That's fine. I've got some popcorn. I'll go watch a movie. But there's some chatter going around the community about what's going on with this King of Swords. There's been a change in behavior, or perhaps they're, not around. So we've got wish, hope, praying, yearning, tragedy, forbidden love, and pretending. So this Empress is hoping that things can be worked out, but I think that would be where we're getting the title from. Why do I still want you even though you were dishonest with me, or you didn't really meet my emotional needs? there is an element here of, I'm pretty confident, the King of Swords not being fully open with others, or even trying to like kind of hide what they're really doing right now, because they do know that there are people gossiping about this connection or about the King of Swords specifically. I just feel like everybody's trying to figure out what this King of Swords is up to. But the King of Swords is hiding what they're doing because they know that somebody would potentially try to retaliate if they knew that this King of Swords was moving towards a love interest. But yeah, there are people trying to figure out what they're up to, who they're interested in, why has their behavior changed. All right, this is the Overthinkers Oracle. All right, what else do we have? Oh, goody, my favorite. Be safe, people. Let's normalize talking about whether or not people have gotten tested before taking off our pantalones, okay? There is a need to have a conversation about sexual health, okay? There always is. Karmic debt, reaping what one has sown, and possessive, you belong to me. They do feel like you will always come back to them, and that's not always a good thing, right? Multiple trolls. Shocked. I'm just totally shocked. I dream about making things right between us and you loving me again. I don't feel worthy of your forgiveness. It's a little complicated, you guys. I think we already knew that, though. Everything you said was true. I just never admitted it. Double energy. Could have some Capricorn in your chart or theirs. Missed opportunity. We did have that Ace of Wands in the reverse. I'm sorry I broke your heart. And every full moon reminds me of you. I can't help it, you guys. Every time I see that card, I have stupid jokes going through my mind. Every bet I see, it makes me think of you because you're a butthead. I'm really mature, you guys. Really, really mature. All right. All right. Let's go with the pause tarot, shall we? Yeah, I feel that. All right. What else do we have? Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, so we have, I feel like this is the Empress's energy, basically saying, and this was probably not, yesterday, this was probably a while ago. Hey, if you don't want to talk to me, if you want to, starve me of affection or not be honest about how you feel, then I'm going to go. Because this Knight of Swords, they're on a little motorbike. I might love you. I might have a really strong magnetic connection with you, but I'm okay going off on my own. Hermit. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It is part of this person's karma, the King of Swords karma, to feel a sense that they have lost this Empress. I dream about making things right between us and you loving me again. They feel like this Empress does not love them anymore. And that could be the actual catalyst to this person making changes that they should have made a long time ago, right? Because with the Chariot in the reverse, this person has not been willing to take the action that they needed to in their life. And I feel like they've known for a long time, for some of them, maybe even 5 years, that they needed to make this change, but they didn't. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse. So the Empress basically made a call here or made a decision, right? I'm not interested in repeating any cycles. If you want to talk to me, it's going to have to be after you've made some changes. Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's done, but you know, show me that you've made some progress and then maybe we can talk, but don't be reaching out unless you made some changes. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Wands. So this King of Swords goes from somebody who wants something for nothing or isn't willing to return that energy to somebody that has a new perspective. Okay, I think I understand now. The only way I get to actually be worthy of you is if I put in the same energy and stop avoiding the truth. Four of Pentacles. So there's a secret this person has been holding on to, something they feel would have threatened the connection with you that they are now willing to be honest about. I do feel like there's hesitation here or a little bit of concern that it's too late. And for some of you, it might be. Yeah, thanks for that truth. I figured it out a long time ago. I don't really care anymore. But I do feel like it is required of this King of Swords to be honest about this or be willing to apologize in order for them to move on as far as their awakening or spiritual development, their karma. Knight of Cups in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. It's not about whether or not your love offer is accepted. It's not about whether or not you get with this Empress. It's about whether or not you find the balls to apologize. Tower in the reverse. You have to have a change in perspective. That's the real objective. This feels to me like somebody who realizes at the last like 30 seconds of the game that, I don't know, should I use like a Harry Potter reference? I don't know. What you think wins the game doesn't actually win the game. This is all about the King of Swords realizing they need to be authentic or honest and stop dealing with people that have not so great intentions. Knight of Wands in the reverse, not being low vibe and superficial where it concerns love. If you fall in love with somebody, then you love that person. If you just want to be constantly, you know, FWB in it, then the universe doesn't really fuck with you. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? So this person basically has to decide, are you willing to stop being a player when you fall in love? Or should the universe just kind of like continue to mess with you a little bit? Sorry, I'm being a little bit blunt. Hello, Voice of Reason. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Vishal, I hope that changes. Apologies are a good way to clear the air, don't you think? All right, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Happy Friday. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Be good, okay? And I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.